Hello, this is Matthew, and I welcome you to another episode of Unrewarded Intelligence, the channel that offers you free information about expensive matters. This week, we have Bitcoin at $28,921, $1 is 3,458 sats, and Ethereum at $1,775. The US market had a fairly quiet week as users spent time examining their market positioning. Some crypto traders and users lightly sold crypto anticipating another down leg, while others with cash on the sidelines are dipping their toes into BTC and ETH. A few corporate accounts expressed interest in other L1 platforms like DOT and XTZ. The Asia market saw lighter flows this week as BTC and ETH traded rangebound. Clients traded mostly across L1 assets and continued to reduce their exposure to stablecoins, and the European coverage also fielded lighter activity this week given the range-bound trading in BTC. Notably, corporate accounts have been accumulating while smaller accounts are focused on trading the range. This week, network activity fell across the board. Specifically, active addresses fell by -13%, new addresses by -7%, transaction count by -6.5%, daily active supply by -15%, and monthly active supply by -1%. The network's market value also dropped for the 8th week straight. BTC's market cap dropped -2% week over week to $562 billion. More notably, average transaction fees, a measurement of network demand, fell -21.2% this week to an average of $1.84/TX. After BTC's hash rate corrected by -1.2% last week to 218 exahash per second, the metric dropped by another -4.2% week over week to 209 exahash per second. However, miner market capitalization fell by -1.6% to $129 billion, pacing behind the -2% drop in market capitalization. Because prices fell more than miner market capitalization, miners may have held more assets than the average market participant sold during the pullback. Bitcoin's miner outflow to miner revenue, MOMR, corroborates this sentiment. The metric saw a -5.9% decrease, suggesting that miner optimism may be rising as they are holding more coins than they are offloading. For the 12th consecutive week, consumer wallets with one or less have ticked up. Larger whale wallets saw BTC outflows. Now let's start with news of the world. National Football League player Alex Barrett of the San Francisco 49ers will receive his entire paycheck in Bitcoin. Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's co-founder, believes in continuous testing of automated stablecoin designs rather than dismissing the entire category despite Terra's recent developments. The sentiment online has made many believe that automated stablecoins do not work. Buterin's recent post lays out theoretical tests and asks the question of whether algorithmic stablecoins can wind down rather than outright collapse. Buterin further points out that we cannot reasonably expect endless growth that outpaces the economy's growth. We should evaluate the system on steady state and extreme case soundness rather than the system's growth. French luxury fashion label Balenciaga will begin accepting BTC and ETH as payment online and at select brick-and-mortar locations starting next month. Lael Brainerd, Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve, provided comments in her testimony regarding the issuance of a U.S. central bank digital currency. Brainerd indicated that it's important to frame the question not as whether there is a need for a central bank-issued digital dollar today, but rather whether there may be conditions in the future that may give rise to such a need. Brainerd believes a CBDC would coexist with cryptocurrencies. However, she mentioned the collapse of Terra, LUNA, reinforces the need for clear regulatory guardrails to provide consumer and investor protection. President Biden's executive order issued in March highlighted the need for additional research, ensuring responsible development of digital assets. However, the U.S. Central Bank will not launch a CBDC without support from lawmakers and the White House. Bitcoin mining difficulty dropped over 4.33% yesterday, the largest drop since July 17, 2021 when the difficulty dropped by 4.81%. Bitcoin miner Mawson Infrastructure plans to develop a new 120 megawatts facility in Texas and expects it to be fully operational by 4Q 2022, potentially accommodating up to 4 exahashes per second of BTC mining capacity. JP Morgan trialed the use of its own private blockchain for collateral settlements. According to the global head of trading services, the bank achieved frictionless transfer of collateral assets on an instantaneous basis. The bank wants to provide investors with the ability to put forth a wide range of assets as collateral outside of regular market hours. JP Morgan's previous involvement with crypto and blockchain technology includes the founding of Onyx Digital Assets. ADA is a blockchain-based network that enables processing, recording, and delivery versus payment exchange of digital assets across asset classes. Republican senators introduced a bill on May 25 to limit the use of China's central bank digital currency, CBDC, called ECNY, in the United States. In the exchange stock market, US-based Bitcoin futures ETFs are currently trading at a premium to NAV between plus 0.20% and plus 0.24% except for BTO, which is trading at a minus 0.11% discount to NAV. BTF is currently trading at par with NAV. Meanwhile, in the decentralized finance universe and NFTs, venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z, launched its fourth crypto/Web3 fund, totaling $4.5 billion. $1.5 billion of the fund will be dedicated to seed investments, and $3 billion will be dedicated to venture investments in the crypto/Web3 industry. E-commerce giant eBay released its first hockey-themed NFT collection in partnership with NFT platform One of is a Polygon and Tezos-based platform. The first NFT collection features hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, and will be priced between $10 and $1,500. This is all for today. The text version is in the description. Thank you for supporting our channel. Use this information wisely, stay sharp and illuminated. If you enjoy this session, please support our channel by clicking like and subscribe, and we will keep you updated with the news.